Friends, Module 4 deals with corona as well as underground cables, as I told. In corona, we'll be studying about the phenomena of the corona, disruptive and visual critical voltages, corona loss, advantages and disadvantages of corona, as well as methods of reducing corona. In underground cables, we'll be studying about types of cables, different types of cables, where these cables are being used, why these are being used, the construction details of these underground cables, insulation resistance pertinent to the underground cable, thermal rating and charging current of the underground cable, grading of cables, and in that again will be two types of grading, that is capacitance grading and intersheet grading, dielectric loss, comparison between AC and DC cables, limitations of cables, specifications of cables. In this presentation, I will be dealing with what is corona, what is the mechanism of corona, that is our phenomena for corona, parameters that are related to the corona, and also I will be discussing about the factors affecting the corona and corona loss, methods of reducing the corona loss, advantages of corona and disadvantages of corona. Friends, you can see this. There is a transmission line which is covered by a violet glow colored strip, which is nothing but a corona. This is a phenomenon that usually happens on the high voltage transmission of electrical energy. And then what is this corona and why it happens? Let us see that. We can notice that there is a hissing noise and sometimes a faint violet glow near the overhead transmission lines. The effect of this is due to a phenomena that exists surrounding the overhead lines, which is nothing but your corona. This corona happens when the applied AC voltage exceeds a certain limit, a certain value. When a normal AC voltage is applied across two conductors with enough spacing between them, then there is no change in the atmospheric conditions which is surrounding the conductors. But if the voltage applied exceeds a particular limiting value, then the air surrounding the conductors gets ionized, because of which a hissing noise or a faint violet glow appears surrounding the conductors. Thus, the phenomena of hissing noise, faint violet glow, and the production of ozone gas surrounding the overhead lines due to the ionization of air is called as corona. So, corona is a luminous audible discharge that occurs when there is an excessive localized electric field gradient upon an object that causes the ionization and possible electrical breakdown of the air which is adjacent to that point. Corona is characterized by a colored glow frequently visible in a darkened environment. The audible discharge, usually a subtle hissing sound, which increases its intensity with increasing voltage. Ozone is an odorous, unstable form of oxygen, and which is frequently generated during this process. Now, let us see what is the basic principle of corona, phenomena of corona. Okay. We all know that in a free space which is surrounding the conductors, always some ionization is present because of radioactivity, cosmic rays, and ultraviolet rays. Thus, the air which is nearing the conductors always consisting of some free electrons and ionized particles along with the neutral molecules. when a voltage or a potential is applied to the conductors, a potential gradient is developed in the air. And this potential gradient is maximum around the surface of the conductors. Due to the potential gradient, the free electrons which are present in the air will start moving with certain velocity, and this velocity depends on what is the field strength. That means if you increase the voltage, applied voltage, the potential gradient also increases, and the velocity at which the free electrons are moving will also increase. The greater the applied voltage, higher is the potential gradient, and the velocity acquired by the electrons are also high. These electrons moving with a high speed will collide with the neutral molecules in the air. If the potential gradient is about 30 kilovolts per centimeter, then these free electrons which are moving with a very high speed, high velocity, will strike the neutral molecules. And when they strike the neutral molecules, free electrons are generated, are dislodged from the neutral molecules. This will increase the number of electrons that are present in the air surrounding the conductor. And these free electrons which are generated, dislodged from the neutral molecules, will again start moving with a higher velocity, and again they will collide with the neutral molecules, and again they will dislodge some more electrons. These electrons will again gain some velocity, high speed. They collide with some other molecules. So this is a cumulative process. The colliding with the neutral molecules, generating free electrons. Again, these generated free electrons will again hitting the neutral molecules. This all is what is called as a cumulative process, and because of this cumulative process, what will happen is finally this will result into a electron avalanche, and this ionization of the air surrounding the conductors gives rise to corona effect. This is the phenomena of corona.